Welcome to All Wheel Driven, a podcast by Audi Club North America, where we explore all things Audi and the incredible people who bring it to life. All Wheel Driven is presented by XPEL, the official paint protection film of Audi Club. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of All Wheel Driven. I am your host, Joe Kaczynski. Each month, we dive into the latest Audi headlines, offering both a recap and our perspective on the latest stories that are shaping the Audi brand. Today's episode, we're focusing on a few things. We're focusing on the current state of the Formula One program with new racing director Allan McNish. We're going to touch on a Route 26 event that's going on with in coordination with the Canadian Grand Prix. We've got the new Lucca concept car that was revealed a couple weeks back. The rebuild of the classic car from the 1930s. So we'll touch on that. And the new Audi Q9. We've got our first peek at the interior. Looks pretty exciting. So we're going to talk about that as well today, and then wrap things up. So getting started with Formula One, as we've been talking about that quite a bit lately. We are recording this just before the Canadian Grand Prix weekend. So we don't know, by the time you're watching this, you'll probably know the results. Right now, I don't know what the results are, but we do know how the season's been shaping up so far. We have a new leadership change in the program. It is Allan McNish has been named as the racing director for Audi. McNish, as you may or may not know, he's been involved with Audi for quite some time, 25 years or so, right around 2000. He's a former Formula One driver himself, worked with a few different teams. Toyota, served as a reserve driver for a couple of years. He found more racing success in endurance racing. So he's won the 24 Hours of Le Mans 3 times. 2 of those wins were behind the wheel of an Audi, the R10 TDI and the R18 e-tron. He definitely has some Audi pedigree, racing pedigree in him. After he retired from actively racing, he moved into more of a race management role. So he's stayed involved in the motorsports world. He was just earlier this year in January of 2026, he was running Audi's Young Driver Development Program, which he's still doing, in addition to his F1 race director role. He's deeply ingrained in Audi racing, and he has the benefit of being a race car driver himself. So he understands the racer mentality as well as kind of the management business side of things that you have to help run a race team. So that will, I think, serve him well as his time as the racing director for the Audi F1 team. He knows what it takes to win. Allan knows what it takes to win. You don't succeed at Le Mans and some of the other things that he's done without having that knowledge and that drive and so forth. So I think it's going to be a great move for the Audi F1 team. I think it will work out well. However, we're only a couple races into his tenure, and we're only 4 races into Audi's F1 career. Very early going. However, we do know where things stand with Audi at the moment, and they're, again, before the Canadian Grand Prix, they're sitting on 2 points, the same 2 points that they earned in the first race of the season. It's been a little bit up and down with the team, kind of what you would expect coming into the season for a new team. It's been maybe a little bit more frustrating than some folks have expected, mostly because in some ways they're better than we expected. They really are showing good pace and enough speed to mix it up with at least the mid-pack cars. Unfortunately, they always seem to have something to kind of bite them at some point during the race weekend. We can look back to the Miami Grand Prix, very highly anticipated event. the first time the Audi team was here on American soil competing and racing. Sprint weekend, so extra opportunity to score some points. And it looked like Audi was going to walk away with some points, but it just really never happened. Hulkenberg couldn't join the sprint race due to a technical issue. Bortoleto finished P11, so a couple spots out of the points. But then after the race, he was disqualified for a technical infringement. Not a great sprint showing. For the race on Sunday, Hulkenberg started from P11. So that was very promising. Great qualifying session. Looked like he would be battling for points. But again, a combination of bad luck and technical issues ended those hopes as well for him. On the first lap, he got pinched between a couple of cars, lost his front wing, needed to come in for an early pit stop, and 3 or 4 laps later, had to retire from the race due to a technical issue with his car. On the other hand, we had Bortoleto, did not have a qualifying session that was very successful, ended up starting the Grand Prix from P22 at the back of the grid. He did battle all day, ran a good race, managed to work himself up to P12, which is a very solid result considering he started at the back of the pack. But again, unfortunately, just outside the points. Audi walked away empty-handed in Miami. Again, showing some flashes, doing some good things, but just can't seem to put it all together quite yet on a race weekend. We have to not beat them up too much. Remember that this is their first season, and this is kind of what we expected. We weren't thinking that they were going to be at the top battling out for a championship yet. They were very clear about setting a realistic timeline of the year 2030 before they would really start to battle for the top prize. We see the pace that we have, and we start getting excited and thinking, geez, if only this or that changed a little bit, went a different way, they could be further up in the standings. But it's a new team, and it's been an interesting year in F1 anyway. We had 2 races canceled unexpectedly. Of course, we've got all the new regulations, and then Jonathan Wheatley left the Audi team after just a couple races. So there's been some turmoil as well. Hasn't been the easiest start to the season. So there's definitely some things going on beyond the team's immediate control that is contributing. So hopefully, as McNish gets more comfortable in the role as the season goes on, they will be able to start putting this all together and be a bit more competitive and add some points to their total. Looking ahead to Canada, which again is happening just after I record this, so I'll either sound like a genius or a fool by the time you listen to this, based on what I'll say. But so the Canada Grand Prix, very challenging circuit. There's more safety cars at that track than any other track on the calendar. I think they've had 40 or so safety cars. There seems to be at least 2 or 3 every year on that track. Walls are tight, not a lot of margin for error. Adding to that unpredictability, there's a forecast for Sunday, race day, of rain. So that always scrambles the field up pretty good. That could work to Audi's advantage. It could be a situation where, when that grid gets scrambled a little bit, and tire strategies and a wet track, sometimes you see teams end up on the podium that in a wet race that you wouldn't normally. It could be a good opportunity for Audi if there's some weather and things fall their way to get some significant points this weekend. It's also a sprint weekend, so practice time is going to be reduced, but there is more opportunity for them to score points. It should be exciting. Hopefully, there's some weather and that works out to the Audi team's advantage, and they get more than just the 2 points that they have. I really do think that by the end of the season, they will be in a better state even than they are now. If they just put these things together, get some of these reliability issues under control, they have the pace to really battle at every single race. So Canada's up next. It'll be a challenging one, especially with the weather, but we'll see how that breaks for them. Either way, they should get some good data. They should learn more about the car, and that's really what the whole 2026 season is all about for the Audi F1 team. So we'll obviously follow that closely. Also, speaking of Canada, for the Audi enthusiast going up there, there's an event taking place called Route 26. Very exciting event that is free and open to the public. It's basically an Audi enthusiast gathering. An R26 show car will be there on display at the clock tower near the river. A group of Audi enthusiasts, Audi owners, will also be bringing some pretty special Audi vehicles to show off at the Route 26 event as well. It's a great opportunity to not only see the F1 car up close, but see some really special Audis, both classic and new and newer Audi vehicles will be up there. It should be a great event and something that we hope to see more of as we go through not just the Formula One season, but just kind of through the car season in general. It's important for the Audi brand to continue to support events like that. It helps get everybody energized about the product. Remember the past, look forward to the future. And this Route 26 event, I think, will be a huge success and something that for folks that are heading up to Canada, take advantage of and take a closer look at, because you're going to see some really cool cars and meet some really cool people and just talk Audi for a whole day. So it's tough to beat that. So that should be really fun. Again, that's the Route 26 event happening on the Friday of the Canadian Grand Prix weekend. So that's kind of our F1 related news for this episode. Going to transition a little bit to a different type of racing, if you will, which is high speed runs, right? Top speed. Back in the 30s, the Audi Auto Union was battling with the Silver Arrows for top speed supremacy, right? The land speed records were very important to manufacturers back in the day. And one of the more successful cars was the Lucca, so named for the road it ran on in Italy in February of 1935, where it hit about 203 miles an hour. In 2026, might not seem all that impressive, since there's so many sports cars nowadays that can crack the 200 mile an hour mark. But in 1935, the Auto Union Lucca hit that speed, and that was an impressive record-breaking speed for the time. It was powered by a 16-cylinder engine, and it was put inside this car that was designed to reduce drag, to slip through the air as much as possible, to hit that top speed. It was a heck of an engineering feat. Also turned out to be a beautiful design. You look at the thing and it's just fantastic. It was a long time ago, obviously, but Audi tradition has brought it back. They spent 3 years trying to get a Lucca rebuilt as it originally was, and they did it, and they just revealed it a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely stunning looking machine, and it is accurate down to the last, the last screw and nut from the original car in 1935. It really highlights the history of the brand, the innovation, the drive to be successful. It is one heck of a beautiful creation. The car will actually be at Goodwood this year, running the hill. So it is not just a static display. This car does run and drive, and we're going to get to see that, on full display at Goodwood, which should be really, really a special event for everybody to see it in person. And of course, there'll be recordings and videos of that car going up the hill all over the place. So you will certainly be seeing more of that and hearing more about that Lucca car in the next few months. It's a historic machine, and it's great to see Audi tradition spending the time to bring it back and to recreate this car so that future generations can enjoy it and get a look at what it took to go 200 miles an hour, almost 100 years ago. So very exciting project that was revealed very recently, and we'll be getting to see more of again at Goodwood this summer. Speaking of vehicles we're going to see more of this summer, going from tradition and historic vehicles to the newest of the new. So one of the most anticipated new vehicles from Audi is the Q9 SUV, the 3-row luxury flagship SUV for Audi, their biggest SUV ever. It's been highly anticipated. It's going to compete with the likes of Range Rovers and Escalades and BMW X7s and so forth, which is a very popular and competitive segment here in the United States, and very profitable as well. And that's certainly something that Audi could use right now. Their sales have been flagging a little bit, so this Q9 should really boost that. So a lot of folks have been looking forward to it, but it's been a lot of rumors and spy shots and so forth up until recently. We finally got our first peek at the Q9, but not the whole car. We saw the interior, and we still don't have confirmation on the powertrains and the full exterior design and all that quite yet. End of July is when we can expect the full reveal, and we'll get to see everything about the Q9. But so far, we have the interior. And honestly, that might be the best part. We'll see what the Q9 ends up looking like, and we'll see how much power it makes and all that good stuff. But the Q9 interior really, really is something. It looks fantastic. It really looks like Audi is taking this car up market. As I said, they want to compete with the Range Rovers and the Escalades, and they've put together an interior that certainly looks like it can do just that. It looks luxurious. It's a lounge space. It's kind of how they're positioning it. It's a rolling lounge. It's got some really cool features. There's the panoramic sunroof, which has a switchable transparency to it, so you can set the levels of light that are allowed through. It also is illuminated. You can pick from 30 different colors to match your mood or match your outfit or whatever you want to do. It's just a really cool piece of tech that'll help the car stand apart a little bit. There's also a new Bang & Olufsen sound system, which for the first time will come with 4D sound. That doesn't mean it's going to transport you back through time, but What it does mean is, in addition to the sound, there will be seat sensors. There will be things in the seats that will actually move to the music, so you will actually feel the music that you are listening to in a way that that has never happened before. That will certainly be another really exciting feature with the Q9 that will help it stand apart. It's also got full electric powered doors for the first time, so you can open the doors with everything from a key fob to a phone app. It's really going to be a slick machine, and should feel very premium and compete very well in that space. Something else with the Q9 that is not quite the interior, but was just announced by Audi of America this morning as I was getting ready to record this podcast, which is for the first time in the US, a car is going to have adaptive lighting with the digital matrix LED headlights that are going to be on the new Audi Q9 and SQ9. For years, those headlights were in Europe, but due to our dot regulations here in the United States, we never got them. Finally, there were some changes to regulations, and then Audi worked to those new regulations, and they are going to be the first to come over here with fully functioning adaptive LED headlights. So they will reduce glare for oncoming drivers, yet illuminate the road for the Q9 driver in a way that really has never been seen here in this country before. So great innovative product for Audi. As you probably know, Audi has always kind of led the way in lighting technology. That's one of the things that they are known for. Interiors and lighting have always been Audi strong suits, and it seems to be continuing with the Q9. The new lighting technology is really exciting. Really looking forward to seeing that in person on the road, in person here in the States. And the interior with the roof and the 4D sound system and everything else that it has going on looks to be very exciting as well. So we'll see. We'll see what the powertrains are, what the horsepower is going to be, and all that dynamic stuff soon enough, as well as the exterior design. But so far, from what we see, it certainly looks like a very competitive vehicle in the segment, and something that I would expect to sell very well, especially since it will be sitting at the top of the range. It will not be an inexpensive vehicle. It'll be probably close to $80,000, $100,000, depending on trim and options and so forth. The early indication seems like it will be able to easily justify that price point. A lot more to come on the Q9, but we should be optimistic about what we're seeing so far. And I think when we get the full reveal at the end of July, there's going to be a lot of excited folks out there ready and waiting for this new Q9 SUV to hit dealer lots. And I'm sure dealers are excited too to get their hands on this and offer a new product to folks. And we'll probably be stealing sales from the BMW and Cadillac dealers and so forth. So this is an exciting product for Audi, and getting our first look at it now. We'll see what the engines are and all that good stuff in due time. But for anybody looking for a full size flagship SUV, if you're thinking of buying something else, you might want to hold off for just a little bit until you get a full look at the new Q9, because I think that's going to be a really exciting vehicle. So we'll get some more information, and hopefully we get to drive it soon, and maybe at the end of the year or early next year we can get behind the wheel and give you some firsthand impressions. But for now, we'll just take the press releases and the information that we're given and share that with you here. Look forward to much more on that special vehicle. And with that that kind of brings us to a close of this episode of All Wheel Driven. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you are not yet a member of the world's largest Audi club, please take a look at the description in the video below to learn more about all the benefits and features of joining Audi Club. You will not be disappointed. It's something you should definitely do. Lots of great benefits to joining. So check it out. And we hope to see you at an event soon. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch you next time.